Hello, friend. Jim here with JB's Big Adventure, coming to you from Lake Chapala, Mexico. And yes, I've got the 5 major reasons that you are going to fall in love with Mexico, but even more fall in love with Lake Chapala. So right now, let's go ahead and get right into it because I want to share this exciting information with you. So starting off, how about the low cost of living? Now, some people are going to say that, you know what, you can come here and live like a king and queen for $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Well, you can live like that in the States for $5,000 or $10,000 a month, depending on what area you live in. But I want you to know that that kind of money is substantial here. So why do I bring that up? Because I feel like you can also live like a king and a queen living on Social Security. Now, I'll share with you how that happens. When Barbara and I first came here to take a look at the place, we were living on one Social Security check, Barbara's, and it turned out that I really wasn't able to really do much work because I'm just dealing with a lot of health stuff. And but when we got here, and we were here for 8 days, we didn't really get much accomplished at all. But here's what we did find out: that we could live here on less than we were in the States. So what we did was somebody showed an apartment or a condo to us, and we saw that. And this was like the first place that we'd seen when we got here. And it was $1,750. A condo, had a lake of the view. It was inside of a gated community. But Barbara and I, we really liked it, except it was on the second floor. And on top of that, we were $1,750 short of being able to make that kind of a monthly payment, monthly rent. So, but we loved just thinking that, knowing that we could live here on less. So here's what happened. Barbara's looking online. She ends up finding a place in that same development, in that same condominium complex, gated community, for $650. And that included all of the utilities. That's electric, gas, water, internet, high-speed internet, as a matter of fact. Other amenities, they had a pool, jacuzzi. And the interesting thing was, it was like paradise. It was, in fact, it's called Birds of Paradise. And when we came, we didn't have dogs, but Barbara wanted to get a dog. She's a rescuer. And so I promised her that, in fact, once our lease was up, we'd move into a place that she could actually have a dog. If it wasn't for having a pet, because pets weren't allowed, pets and kids were not allowed in this community. So if it wasn't for that, we'd still be living there. Because $650 a month with all the utilities taken care of is unbelievable. I mean, that's a great price. So we were there for a year. And then another God thing happened for us, and that is that one of our subscribers had actually bought a house in another gated community, and it turned out that they yet were not 60 years old yet, so they weren't looking at retiring early. So it turns out that we ended up renting that place. They were wanting to do some work on the inside. They owned this house. They were wanting to do some remodeling, some things on the inside, taking care of some things, and asked us if we'd be willing to move there and actually kind of just make sure things are being done correctly, and that they would be willing to offer us to be able to live for the same amount that we were living before. And another God thing, $650 a month, couldn't beat it. And so what I want you to know is, you, in fact, even if you're on Social Security, and we lived on one Social Security check for almost 2.5 years. Now I'm also collecting Social Security now, and my check doesn't even pay for the rent, but it's at least something. So if you're looking at wanting to live somewhere that you could live well, even on Social Security, you're going to love Lake Chapala. Number 2, it actually is only a half-hour drive to the international airport. That's right. Guadalajara International Airport is a half an hour away from Lake Chapala, You can literally be in the States within 1 to 2 hours and be wherever you want to be. So if you've got family that you still want to be around, but you'd like to live somewhere where it's less expensive, more affordable. I mean, literally everything that you're going to be doing, you can do for less here, but still be able to have that ability to get on a plane and be back in the States within an amount of just a few hours. So that is real here. So that's another reason, number 2, of why you'll love Lake Chapala. Number 3, the excellent healthcare here. Now, in the States, you're always finding yourself with a doctor that's having to check their watch because of the fact that they're only allowed to see you for 10 or 15 minutes. Here, it's not that way. Here, it's an entire hour. So when you make a doctor's appointment, you're with that doctor for an hour. Barbara and I, we go to the doctor. We've been going to the doctor here. And I could tell you, here's what I'm really impressed by. There are 2 newer hospitals. In fact, one of them had just literally been finished when we got here. But there are 2. And both these hospitals offer everything when it comes to medical services. I've had medical professionals that have actually come with me, have gone out on my tour and my relocation service, and have wanted to go to the hospitals. I've wanted to go to the places of care, of medical care, also the pharmacies, and have found that, wow, everything is up to date. And a lot of the doctors, in fact, I understand, actually take some of their schooling in the States. So when it comes to major, fully equipped, up-to-date, advanced technology, and also the same with dentists. You can get everything here from teeth cleaning to teeth pulled to veneers, to crowns. I'm trying to read my own writing. Crowns and even dentures. And you can also get implants here. So when it comes to medical, you can just know that everything's here. And if for some reason there's a certain specialty that might not be right here, you can actually get that in Guadalajara. Number 3, or is that number 4? Mexico's rich, vibrant culture. Now, not only in the colors, but the history, the festivals, the art, the food. Yes, the food. Incredible cuisine here. They also allow you to be here if you're an expat and have issues trying to talk. So, and that's another thing. You can come here and it's not like you have to know Spanish. Barbara and I, we embrace the culture. And part of that is living within the culture and speaking their language. We're guests. And it's up to us to be able to not make them understand us, but we need to understand them. So I would say to people, being able to speak Spanish is an awesome thing here. And it's an important thing. And it helps you get through the day better because you can communicate with the locals. I'm working on mine. As a matter of fact, I've got my Spanish teacher coming in, and I plan on literally filling her class. And what a great gal. I'm really looking forward to her being here and being able to share and teach the correct language and be able to learn and embrace the full culture here. Also, Expat Haven. Now, there's 2 seasons here. There's the high season and there's the low season. In the low season, which is what we're in right now, which is around April to November, we actually probably have here somewhere around 35,000 expats living here. In the high season, which is November to about April, the high season, we have around 50 to 60,000 expats here. Now, there's some really good things about that. For one of the reasons people like coming here retiring is because it's an expat haven. In fact, there's 1.5, or I'm sorry, that number was actually increased, 1.6 million expats that are Americans that live in Mexico. And the highest number of them are actually right here at Lake Chapala. So what I share with folks is, yes, it's a great place to come to and be around other expats, be able to speak the same language. But I'll tell you, your life will be even more, you'll benefit a whole lot more and have a much richer feeling about living here by learning the local language in Spanish and be able to, as I say, just envelop yourself, be with the culture and literally live in the culture. Laid back lifestyle. Now, this has been probably the one thing that I've had one of the biggest challenges with. I've lived such of a high-paced lifestyle for so long that when we first came here, nobody here drove fast enough. Nobody could walk fast enough. You get inside the restaurant and they don't serve you the fastest. I could go on and on, but I'm not. Here's what I want you to do. I would say that 3 years later, I'm a lot better. As a matter of fact, I really got the message probably within our 4th to 6th month being here that, you know what, it's just slower. You've got to be more understanding. You've got to realize that we're in a different country. It's a different culture here. Speed and doing everything pronto and doing everything right now and driving as fast as the expats drive is not the important thing. Again, people move here to retire. As we age, it's nice to be able to sit back and relax a little bit. My whole life was all about dealing with people, whether it was in my selling career, whether it was in my being a radio disc jockey, whether it was involved in being in the professional finance arena, or whether it was being a golf professional and having a golf academy, teaching golf. So whatever it may be, I came here with a fast-paced life, got here, and I have really embraced it when it comes to not having to go as fast as what we think we have to go. So it's great to embrace the culture, be part of the culture, and actually be able to live life, not in the fast lane, but be able to relax, kick back, and really enjoy the life, and even smell the roses or all the other wonderful exotic plants and things that are here. We live on the same latitude as Hawaii, so all of the tropical plants grow here, and they're wonderful. They smell great, and so that's another reason of the laid-back lifestyle. Friendly people everywhere, expats. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that everybody's friendly. What I'm saying is there's a lot of folks here that are really good people. Now, and I know that for a fact, not only from our channel, but also from folks I go out and give the tour to through my relocation guide or my relocation service and my tour, in helping people really understand more what Lake Chapala is all about here on the North Shore where the expats retired. So there's a lot of people here that are friendly. I've been with a lot of them. As a matter of fact, there's a whole group of us to get together every week for dinner. Those that have moved here from our channel supporters and such, and we have a great time. So people get the opportunity of meeting other new people and every week. And we have anywhere from 30, 35, 40. We've had as many as 50 people. In fact, our biggest, I think, was 52 people. So building community. So there's a lot of other good people who can be around here too. And the weather. Now, that's one of those things that a lot of people, well, what's the weather like? What's the weather like? Well, there's a reason why I didn't start with the weather. I wanted to let you know all the other great stuff too before that. Today, the weather is 66 degrees. I was outside. We're right now in the rainy season, so it helps keep it cooler. Well, it's 66, that's cool. But the average year round is 68 to 72 degrees. Today, the mountains are green. The lake is filling up. There's been some great news about that. We get to, from our patio, be able to sit and watch the rain. We have a view of the lake, and it's nice to sit there and be able to watch the rain go across the lake or come our way, and just sit out there, just watch it rain. It's a wonderful thing. So the weather, it's rated as the #2 best the best climate to live in the world per National Geographic magazine. The number 2 best climate in the world. So I will just tell you, those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. There's not just 5. I guess I shared 9. 9 reasons that you will fall in love with not only Mexico, but fall in love with Lake Chapala, Mexico. So, friend, I hope that was helpful for you. I hope that's something that you can grasp, put your arms around, and know that this really is a great place to be. If you haven't already and you found value in this video, I'd like to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's fast, free, and easy to do. All you got to do is go to the bottom right-hand corner. There's a little red box. Tap on it, and you're subscribed. Give us one of those thumbs up. Lets other people know it's a great video to watch about retiring to Lake Chapala. Stop by, say hi, ask a question, leave a comment, or even go ahead and let us know of a video idea you'd like to see. And then also make sure you hit the bell, because that way you'll be immediately notified when our next video comes out, and you don't want to miss our next video. So as always, thanks so much for being a part of this community and part of this channel and supporting it too. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you on the next video.